Print for Pay Hotel members, and we got another version of Better Call Art today. And I can let you know it could get a little noisy in this recording. It's 80 degrees and it's a beautiful day in New Jersey. But something I'd like to speak a little bit about today, don't want to take too long, but I want to speak to production print. I want to speak to why dealers should be embracing production print and increasing their knowledge to become a guru in their space for providing production print systems, solutions to their clients. And the first thing I'd like to point out is something that came up the other day. It was in a talk chat, and I've been toying with this number back and forth. I did some research, and I found data on a website and about basically how many pages are printed globally between how many pages are printed in the office and how many pages are printed in the home office. And I got two numbers. I got numbers for 2019 and I got numbers for 2020. Of course, we know 2020 as the year of COVID, right? So 2019, can anybody guess how many pages globally we printed from those devices? 3.2 trillion pages. Yeah, that's 3.2 trillion pages. For me, that's a heck of a lot of pages, and I was flabbergasted by the amount of pages. So I took a look into 2020 because, of course, they had 2020 up there, and 2020 had 2.8 trillion pages. So that was a drop of 400 billion pages. That 400 billion pages resulted in a decrease of 12% of the total volume, that 400 pages. So basically a 12% reduction, 400 billion pages lost. And at this point in time, I think we can attribute much of that to COVID. I wouldn't be giving you any data that I know about, but I would say at least, if I had to guess, it would be 10% of that volume, which is basically 320 billion pages. And I'd also like to bring something else up that can give us some ideas, not ideas, but some information that may help us. And I ran across a trade magazine today, and it had at least a half a dozen to a dozen dealers in there, and they were talking about where their print volumes were for the past 12 months. And out of those vendors that reported on that, half of the vendors stated their volume had not increased, and half of the volume actually said they're seeing some of their volume come back. To me, that's something that's great. Of course, I don't think our volume will ever be back to where it was. I think we'll see, a couple. Once we get past COVID, we'll see a couple percent per year that we're going to lose. But I just want to remind everybody that if we're stuck with 2.8 trillion pages now, I'm sorry for the curse, but that's a shitload of pages, right? And if you only lose 2% of that per year, that's still a tremendous amount of printed page. And sometimes people, I know I'm getting off to a different track here, but some people will wonder, why do we have so many manufacturers, and why haven't certain manufacturers left the space? Because print volume is going down. It's in the tubes. The sky's falling. Chicken Little, be wary. But when you look at other manufacturers that may not be strong in the USA marketplace, there's at least 3 manufacturers I know that are very strong in the Europe marketplace, and they, of course, are pulling a larger percentage of the market out of the East. So when you look at as a group and you look at a USA market and you say, well, why haven't these other players left? Well, not really, because we're looking at a 2.8 trillion page market, which I can't even fathom what somebody can take the cost per page and figure it out. What the market is just in the for the consumables for the printed page, but it's still a viable business. There's still a lot of opportunities out there. And just recently, in the last 12 months, I've picked up a couple of great production accounts. One would be a mono production account that's doing their print speed is 140 pages a minute. And we've recently placed 6 of those devices. And we are adding, I don't have the exact number, but each machine is creating almost 200,000 pages per machine. That is a tremendous volume. Of course, I don't know the backroom numbers. I don't know the profits. I don't know the percentage of margin on those devices out there. But the revenue, the pages, and the way the devices are working is absolutely fantastic. So as much as you may hear from others that, maybe you should think twice about keeping print production, or maybe you shouldn't even think about getting into it. I'm going to come from the other side of tracks, and I'm going to tell you that in order for us to continue with the business that we're in, and of course, we have to do different things to make ourselves better, make our companies a little bit better. But print production is definitely a market that I believe the dealers need to play in that market. They need to become experts in that market. And just as good as they are with selling a 30 or 40 page a minute machine, they've got to actually have that same expertise with the 100-page color machines, the 140-page black and white machines. They've got to know everything inside out, their fireries, their production units, their print units, all of the different solutions that go with it. We need to own the space. Once we own the space, we can become much better, right? And we can drive the market. We can have the experts out there in the field. Because one other thing I've heard about is that, well, there's other players out there where they just give the equipment away, and there's no room to make any money in this, because this certain segment of manufacturers has taken the business away. So I will agree, originally, when this all started with print for pay, or print production, hey, I like the print for pay, that years ago, there goes that motorcycle, they were the only ones that really had the expertise. But as community has grown, as our expertise has gotten better, as we've added more people and added more solutions, we're on a better hold now to actually not only hold our own on print production, but actually become massive players with print production. So I just want to end my day by print production is a great opportunity for dealers, a great opportunity for salespeople. If you have your ducks in a row for training, logistics, solutions, this can be a very, very profitable opportunity for us. And with that, I'd like to end my day. Thanks for joining in. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email. And I'd always like to end with the harder I work, or the harder you work, the luckier we get. Thank you very much. Have a great day.